for slides 93 through 114. Metabolism. Anybody have any idea what the word metabolism means?
It's what breaks down the food.
It's actually your body's way of processing the food that you eat. And from that, when it processes it, then it turns it into the nutrients and the energy that you need for your body to work. Good job, John. All right, metabolism. Living things obtain and use energy. Whoops, I don't know what I just hit there. I don't know. Trees take in sunlight. Animals take in food. Both use energy to grow and reproduce. We've talked about this before. This is not new. All chemical reactions in an organism either obtain or use energy. These reactions are an organism's metabolism. That's what we're going to be talking about today, metabolism. Metabolic pathways. A metabolic pathway begins with one or more, whoa, what have I done here? I'm freaking it out. Okay. Begins with one or more specific molecules and ends with one or more products. The product of one reaction is the reactant of the next step. Each step is catalyzed by a specific enzyme. What does that enzyme do to those reactions in your body? Yes. Faster or slower? Faster. It makes chemical reactions happen faster in your body. Each step is catalyzed by a specific enzyme. Remember the enzyme? What's the enzyme in your mouth that we talked about? Your spit, your saliva has enzymes in it that as soon as you start eating that food begins to break it down. Without enzymes, metabolic pathways would not occur or would take millions of years. Well, obviously we don't want that. We want that food, seconds is what we need here so we can get the nutrients out of that food. So you've got your molecule, you got your enzyme, you got your another enzyme, enzymes, till you get your end product, which this is the good stuff out of the food that you need. There are two types of metabolic pathways, anabolic and catabolic. Anabolic pathways combine building blocks to build big molecules. Catabolic break down big molecules into their smaller building blocks. So you think of it this way, this was just kind of like the first step in breaking down that cheeseburger. And this is, once the big chunks are there, then these come in and really pull out those specific nutrients that you need. Anabolic pathways require an input of energy. They are not spontaneous. So if they're not spontaneous, what does it need in order to get it started? It needs energy. Can't do it on its own. Have products that are more complex than their reactants. Decrease the entropy of life. So it decreases the amount of disorder. Increase the entropy of the life surroundings, so the total entropy of the universe increases. Photosynthesis. Okay, you've got carbon dioxide and water combined to form, what is C6H12O6? You know what this is. Who said it?
Sugar.
What specific kind of sugar is it? It's got a name, but you're right, it's sugar.
It's glucose.
Glucose. Glucose is correct. This one is not spontaneous, or this is not as spontaneous, so it has to have energy. There are fewer resulting particles, so the entropy decreases. That is offset by an even greater increase in the entropy of the environment. So the entropy of the universe increases from photosynthesis. In contrast, the formation of water, H2O, from H2 and O2, is not an anabolic process. It is a spontaneous process because this occurs in nature. We don't need to add energy for this to happen. Anytime hydrogen is close to oxygen, what's it going to do? Come together and make water. Always. In nature, that's always going to happen on its own without any inside energy adding into that. It's just going to happen naturally. It is a spontaneous process that only requires a little activation energy. Then the reaction proceeds on its own and releases energy. The entropy of the water is lower than that of the separate H2 and O2, since 3 molecules become 2. The energy released as heat from the reaction directly increases the entropy of the environment. Catabolic pathways. Releases energy, have products that are less complex than their reactants, increases entropy of life, increases the entropy of life's environment. Catabolic pathways. Breaking down glucose, that's the C6H12O6, to release energy is catabolic, as we will learn when we study cellular respiration. What's cellular respiration? I just did some cellular respirating just then.
Breathe.
When you breathe, you take in the oxygen, that oxygen goes to all your cells, and then you exhale the carbon dioxide. Cellular respiration. I'm going to kick that over again. C6H12O6 molecules are broken down into carbon dioxide and water and provides the energy needed by cells. The number of particles increases, so the entropy of life increases. The entropy of the environment also increases. Catabolic pathways break down molecules from the environment. When you eat candy, the sugar, C6H12O6, is digested by a series of more than 20 enzymes. So you have 20 different chemicals in your body called enzymes that speed up chemical reactions of your body breaking down that piece of candy that you just ate. Seems like you think I'm just eating a sucker or whatever, okay. But that's how much work your body has to do to break down that sugar so you can use it. The metabolic pathway gives you the energy from the candy and releases carbon dioxide and water. And yes, your body does get energy from sugar. Now, you need to be cautious in the type of sugar that you use. So would you be better off eating, say, a candy bar, which has sugar, or would you be better off eating a plate of spaghetti, which, believe it or not, is still sugar, because the macaroni, the noodles, are basically carbohydrates, which is sugar. Which one's going to be better?
Spaghetti.
The spaghetti, because it has more complex sugar than just the candy bar does. Okay? You still get energy from both, just not as much energy as you would get if you ate the plate of spaghetti versus the candy bar. Okay, here we go. C6H12O6, there's your sugar, plus your 6 oxygen molecules, plus your enzymes. Produces, this is what that, when you read the chemical reaction, the arrow is yields or produces. 6 carbon dioxide, 6 water, plus enzymes, plus energy, which is the point of why your body breaks down that sugar. It's to get the energy from it. Let me see, what number am I at? 103? How far am I supposed to go?
I think it was
114. Okay, we're good. Anabolic pathways. Anabolic pathways use the energy released from food to build molecules needed for life. They build bones, muscles, fat, and make new connections in your brain. Organisms use energy to build bigger molecules and carry out their lives. Their internal entropy decreases, while the entropy of their environment increases even more. Anabolic pathways are a special characteristic of living things. Anabolic pathways decrease the entropy of life. However, the universe is increasing in the entropy of all time. How is that possible? So how can it that the entropy of your life is decreased, but the entire universe is increasing? How does that work?
Because there's more population of people.
There you go. Yes, that's exactly it. The process that decreases entropy in life increases its life surroundings to an even greater extent. So the total entropy of the universe increases. So I think we just put that basically because we have more people and we are increasing it in the entire universe. Okay. Metabolic pathways. The process of living requires an amazing number of these chemical reactions to occur simultaneously. There are more than 20,000 different types of enzymes in your body. there are about 1 billion chemical reactions in your body every second. And they are happening very quickly. A metabolic pathway begins with a specific molecule and ends with a product. Each step is catalyzed by a specific catalyst, pathway, metabolism, or enzyme. Shelby, what do you think? You think it's C? What do you think it is? John?
Or the A.
Catalyst? What do you think it is, Emma? Think it's B, pathway? We are all over the place on this one, but no one got the right one. It's the enzyme, guys. A metabolic pathway begins with a specific molecule and ends with a product. Each step is catalyzed. What happens to make those reactions happen faster? It's an enzyme in your body. That's what is the catalyst for the chemical reactions in your body. A blank reaction combines building blocks to form bigger molecules, while blank reaction breaks down molecules. Is it catabolic, anabolic? Catabolic, catabolic, anabolic, catabolic, Anna and Anna. That's a mouthful. Dakota, you got this one?
C.
C. Let's see if he's correct. And he is. It is anabolic, is the big blocks. Catalytic then takes the bigger ones and breaks them down even further. Anabolic pathways blank energy. Use, release, or neither. What do you think, Michaela? A. Got it. Catabolic pathways, what do? Use, release, or neither. Emma, you got this one? B. Sounds right to me. All right, here's another one of these. You're going to have to really kind of think about it.